your production in these in on your albums and stuff is very hip hop R&B sounding, you know,
Right.
amongst the country. And I know those lines have been blurred for quite some time now, but I wanted to ask you how you approach the production of everything. I know you're doing all the writing stuff, and as we talked about, there was the Shed before, so you were doing a lot of it yourself before. But I mean, I'm talking about all these low 808 hits, the low bass like in there. I think it was another song on Boom. You made a reference to a Nelly song in there, and like obviously you got some influences in there. So why don't you talk to me a little bit about those blurred lines in country music now?
Yeah, man. So I grew up going to a private school. Mobile public school system wasn't so great growing up. Wasn't a lot of diversity in my school, but my best friends went to public schools, and that's just who I gravitated towards. And you know, I played basketball, so it was all races, you know, that I hung out with, and I mean, I just loved hip hop music, man. I mean, that's all I cared about growing up was like, I mean, I didn't care if it was Beastie Boys, Bone Thugs, Coolio, rest in peace.
Yeah.
You know, Tupac. Like, what was crazy is I'm this white guy going to this private school, living in, you know, cookie cutter homeland. And I just love Tupac. I was like, I love this guy, this dude, you know, and his lyrics, and just, I mean, I must have listened to Tupac Changes 50,000 times one summer. And I just loved, also gravitated towards any like alt music that had that hip hop sound, like those beats like Sublime, you know, Sugar Ray. On the lighter side, but just like anything with that 90s hip hop sound, you know, Waterfalls, Fugees. Dude, I was into Queen Latifah, man. I remember at 5 o'clock in the morning, where you gonna be? Outside on the corner. Like,
wow.
I
remember waking up and watching those music videos on MTV all the time. Like, that's
totally
in the 90s, man.
Yeah. And I just love that music. When I got all my friends, when they got their first truck, it was like, how high can they lift it? And like, how much mud can they get on it? Bro, I was like, how many 12s can I fit in the back and not like break the window? I mean, I was obsessed with bass. And you know what's funny, man, is this guy named Joe Thibodeau. I just have 808 Warfare, and so that's what I use. And man, I have it. It's always clipping, and I'm like, I don't care. Do not turn it down. It sounds so dirty. And so yeah, man, that's what makes me move, and I'm not ashamed of it, man. I don't care. You know, all these, you know, traditional people who are like, get 808 out of. I'm like, whatever, bro. Then, you know, you like what you like, man. But I'm not gonna turn the 808 down or not put it in a song. It's literally my favorite instrument. I'd write a song to just an 808 if I, you know, man, I should do that.
I was just gonna say, wow, don't hold back, man. Yeah, I'd love to hear it. I'm a big fan of all that too. And back to what we were talking about earlier on. Man, just do what you fucking want. Especially, I mean, you should do that anyway, anyone out there, but especially when you're talking about creating art. Like, why would we put parameters on each other for any of that?
Totally.
That's ridiculous.
Totally.